So we are going to continue our balloon brand comparison with smell. And you might be thinking, smell? I mean, they're balloons. But if you've twisted with different brands, you know some brands have a very potent smell. And some balloon artists don't care and some balloon artists do. So I figured I want to go as in-depth as I possibly can with this balloon brand comparison. So as we're doing this comparison, I figured why not include this as well. We're going to go into how do the different brands smell. So, starting with Calasan. Let's take a big whiff. Again, doesn't smell too bad, doesn't smell too strong. I mean, it definitely does have, that latexy, that rubbery smell. But again, it's kind of middle of the road, not too overpowering. Okay? So that's the Calasan. Next is the Qualatex. The Qualatex is less than the Calasan. It's more muted. Again, you can still smell that latex rubbery smell, but a lot less than the Calasan. Next, we will do the Tuftex. This is even less than the Qualatex. This is almost no smell at all. Yeah, I mean, almost I can barely even smell that latex rubber smell at all. So if that latex rubbery smell is something that bothers you, because some people just have really sensitive noses, if that smell is something that bothers you, then the Tuftex would be a good option, because it has very, very little smell at all. Next is the Gemar balloons. Ooh, these smell bad. This is a very strong smell, and it almost smells like something spoiled. Like it almost is it almost smells bad. Like it's not just like it almost smells like it's not just like a latex rubber smell. Again, and I've noticed this before with not just this bag of Gemar, but I've noticed this with other bags of Gemar balloons, that sometimes their bags almost have like a smell of like spoiled food. But yeah, I don't know what it is, but yeah, the Gemar balloons, they definitely have a stronger smell than some of the other brands. So, yeah, I can't. But yeah, if you're sensitive to the smell specifically of balloons, then yeah, Gemar definitely of the ones so far. Gemar definitely has the strongest, and I can't even really place. I'm just trying to I don't want to smell, but I'm trying to figure out what does it smell like. I'm trying I can't really tell. I'm almost like dirty shoes, sweaty, like the inside of stinky sweaty shoes. It's not a pleasant smell. But yeah, it's a very strong, unpleasant odor. Yeah, so if you have a sensitive nose, these have a very strong smell. Next is the Clownatex. These ones do have a strong smell, but it's not an unpleasant smell. It's almost like it almost I don't know how to explain it. But I mean, they do have a smell, but it almost smells like a coffee or like a chai tea latte or something like that. It almost smells like a dairy creamer type smell. Again, it definitely has a smell, but it's not where the Gemar had a very strong unpleasant odor. This one has definitely has a strong odor, but it's not unpleasant, but it's also not like with the Calasan had that strong latex smell. It doesn't have that latex smell, but it definitely has a smell, but I can't really place it, but it definitely has an odor. It definitely has a smell, but it's not necessarily an unpleasant one. Yeah, trying to place what that smell is, what it's similar to. And again, the closest thing I'm coming up with is almost like a coffee tea type scent. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, so I mean it definitely has a scent, but it's not a super strong scent. But it's definitely not an unpleasant scent either. But I mean there's definitely a scent there. But yeah, definitely not an unpleasant one. That was surprising. Next to the Decomix. This is similar to the Qualatex, where it has a little bit of like that latex balloon smell, but definitely not very strong. Yeah. Next is the Elitex. This is kind of like the Tuftex, where I'm not smelling anything at all. Yeah, this is like the Tuftex, where almost no smell, good, bad, nothing, just no scent. Yeah. Next is the Sempertex. And again, I would say this is kind of similar to the Elitex and the Tuftex, where I'm not really getting much of a scent at all. Like, yeah, I'm not really even getting that latex scent. Like, yeah, not really any scent, any kind, good, bad. Yeah, not really any scent. And then we have the Brookloon. Again, this one maybe a little bit more than like a little bit more of that latex smell than I'm getting from like the Sempertex, but less of the latex smell than the Qualatex. Yeah, a little bit less, yeah, more of the latex smell than the Sempertex, but less of the latex smell than the Qualatex. Yep. And then the last is the Tilco, which again, the bag just has completely shredded at this point, the Tilco. So now I just got balloons. But with the Tilco, I'd put the Tilco about the same as just between like the Calisan and the Qualatex. So a little bit more of the latexy smell than the Qualatex, but less than the Calisan. So it definitely has that latex rubbery smell, but not, overpowering, not, unpleasant. So if you're going, again, some people don't care about the smell of the balloons. Some people do. Again, if we're going back over them, the strongest smelling one was the Gemar that just had a very strong, unpleasant odor to it. The Clownatex also had a pretty strong smell, but again, not an unpleasant one. And then the Calisan kind of had a strong latexy odor to it, but again, not necessarily unpleasant, just a very strong that latex odor to it. But again, we're going to be doing, we have more comparisons left to come. We're going to be comparing every single possible aspect of the balloons that we possibly can. So stay tuned for more balloon brand comparisons.